Hello guys, this is Reese from Bommarito St. Peter's Volkswagen in St. Louis. Today I'm bringing you a 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan S with 4Motion, which is Volkswagen's all-wheel drive. It also has side assist, autonomous emergency braking, and rear traffic alert. Here's a look at the alloy wheels that it comes with. LED running light, halogen headlights. It's a 2.0 liter turbo. Nice bowl line down the side of the car from the top of the tail lights into the wheel arch, through the door handles. Black roof rails, LED tail lights, chrome exhaust tips. Let's take a look inside. Now this is going to have a cloth interior. It's manual seats, and this unit does not have floor mats. The S has not. I haven't got an S yet that has floor mats in it. Here's a look at the instrument clusters, your standard Volkswagen instrument cluster, which you can customize that center display to one of these options here. Nothing's changed there. This is the third year for this body style. You can do speed warning, speed, average speed, oil temperature, things of that nature. And then you have your two analog clusters on the outside with the fuel gauge over here and a temperature gauge over here. Vent controls are the same across the dash. You got 4 different vents there that you control with the little rotary dials right here. Also, you do have automatic headlights, power door locks, power mirrors, power windows with one touch up, one touch down, and a window lock button right here where you can lock out the back windows. So if you have kids, you nanny, you babysit, or you're carrying kids around and they like to play with windows, you can lock them out where they can't mess with those. But the power mirrors are also heated, so that's for both mirrors, and it has a manual lift gate. Coin box for storage right here. An adjustable steering wheel, so you can pull out on this, push in, raise it, lower it wherever you need it. Typical Volkswagen logo in the center cluster right there. And then on the steering wheel you do have cruise control as well as your safety functions. And then over here on this side you have for Android Auto or CarPlay, you have Apple Siri or Google Assistant functionality with this guy right here, using one of these 2 USB connections down here. Now if you notice, those are lit up. There's actually a light around those, and they've changed them to USB-C. So you're going to have to go on Amazon, go to your local Best Buy or electronics retailer, and get yourself a USB-C to USB-C adapter for an Android if you have a USB-C connection on your phone, or you're going to have to do a USB-C to a Lightning adapter or cable if you have an iPhone. So they're not using the USB-A connection anymore. So there's a little more expense there. Volkswagen has those cables. We don't have them in stock yet. So back to this instrument cluster here. That's going to be your standard instrument cluster. Triple odometer reset is right there. Turn signal, of course, over here. Wipers are over there. Volume control is the same as it was before on the stereo right here. That's also for your Bluetooth and also for your navigation. Your safety features. You have side assist, which is different than blind spot monitoring, and then you have rear traffic alert and front assist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck side assist, and then I'm going to pan over here. The difference between blind spot monitoring and side assist is before, blind spot monitoring was a little window etch, a little mirror etch right there on the outside that lit up on the outside tip of your mirror. Now side assist is this guy right here that looks like a solar panel that actually lights up amber. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the side assist button and hit OK, and that lights up yellow. That's your blind spot monitoring now on the 2020 Tiguan. So nothing else has really changed here. It still has the auto start stop. It still has the cloth seats. They're not heated. Still nice comfortable bolsters, nice flat long seat there. Headrest adjust right there, seat belt adjust right there. Some things that are different now. Same AM FM radio. There is no CD player or SD card reader in the glove box. The SD card reader is still right here, but this radio has some upgrades to it. There is this button now, presets. So I go here for presets. I also scan across this way for presets. So I can go to station list and go back to radio. Now some other cool things here. You see up here by the clock, there's a line up here. I can pull down on this line. Now I have my instrument cluster lighting right here. Also, I have audio, I have sound, so I can actually do move the speakers around. So if I have a sleeping baby or something in the back, I can change where the location of the speakers are playing. So that's a little different than it was before. Volume control, I can set maximum. I can do speed and independent, audio lowering, Bluetooth audio. I can do all that stuff right here. Last time I did that, it started blaring at me. Now it still shows outdoor temperature, and then your drive mode shows up right there. So we'll go back to the radio here. I have it muted, but then you also have media. You have your menu button. On your menu button, you have radio, telephone. All of these buttons here are the same as these buttons here, just a touchscreen notice, and there's your legal notices there. Something that you're going to see that's a little different, if we go back to radio again, I can pull down here. Actually, I don't remember how I got to it, but there's an SOS button on here as well. So the SOS button is for roadside assistance. I'll pan up here. The car now comes with CarNet functionality for 5 years. That gives you information, roadside assistance or roadside rescue, and then emergency services right there. So previously CarNet was good for 6 months. Now there's the new generation of CarNet, or next generation of CarNet is for 5 years. Backup camera, same old backup camera as we had before. It's static. The green line signifies going straight. The red line signifies your bumper. There is no trajectory steering with that. But the car does do App Connect, which allows you to do Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or MirrorLink using one of those two USB-C connections right there. Now what's missing here is the auxiliary port. They don't have that anymore. There's two USBs there, and then that 12 volt over there. Single zone climate control right here. And again, in the glove box, there's your manual right there. It's a lighted or lit glove box, brushed aluminum across here. Up above there is a vanity mirror with a light above on each side. Again, look at that cloth interior. Room for bottles or cups right there in the door, over here in the door, and then there's two cup holders right here. Storage wise, you still have this little storage cubby here, and then down here on models above the base model, the SE and above on this Tiguan, the 2020, that will be for wireless charging. So you can actually put your phone down there and have it charged. Let's take a look at the second row. Oh, this car is priced at $27,405. Extras on this car are going to be $140 for the Mojo mats. Those are going to be embroidered mats to say Tiguan. Here's a look at the back seat. The Tiguan has a lot of legroom in the back seat. Rivals the Passat. Actually, it's probably a little bit better than the Passat. And these seats are a 60-40 split, so they will slide forward and back. There is also an armrest with a cup holder right here, and the pass-through is still here with this little lever right here. You can push down on that button, and you have a pass-through to the back. Here's a look at the back. Here's a look through from the back seat to the front seat. Now this car is a value price car. This is a great car for first car out of college or something, or while they're attending college. These cars should lease fairly well once we get them more in stock. And then also, it's a great safe car. It sits up higher than a sedan, and it has all-wheel drive, which I'll show you right here. If I change that, I have off-road. I have off-road custom. Off-road custom allows me to change any one of those aspects right there. I can change off-road to normal. I can change steering to sport. I can do all kinds of things there, and it's all by using this knob right here. So there's off-road, then there's normal. I can also push down on that button, and it'll change it between eco, normal, sport, and custom. Of course, custom allows me to tweak further. And then there's the snow mode. So this car is gonna absolutely chew up the snow. No problem whatsoever. So let's take a look at the rear hatch. Looking through it at the rear hatch, you have a ton of legroom. Cargo space back here in the back. Here's a look at those Mojo mats. They say Tiguan etched or embroidered into the side. Those are cloth mats there. You can get monster mats. You can also get a Muddy Buddy for the back here. This one just doesn't have it. There's a look at your spare tire. It's a compact spare. And you also have these seat pulls that will allow you to pull that for the seat to go forward. Same on this side. You pull on that and that seat will go forward. I accidentally have the seat belt wrapped around the headrest there, but you get an idea of that. And you just push these in place to click, or they click in place and then you're done. There's a 12-volt charger right there, and there's a trunk light right there. There's not a trunk light on this side, but there's still the hidden bag hook right here. To close, there's just a handle pull right here. There's a look at the LED tail lights. Take a look one more time around the car. The headlights on now. There's a look at your halogen headlights and LED running lights. Good looking car. And as I said, a nice, safe first car. This car does come with, as we hear a plane fly overhead, I will stress to you that if you're flying in from out of town, it's worth it your time to come see me. I'll pick you up from the airport. We're 10 minutes from the airport. We're right on their flight path. There's flight right there, coming in for a landing. So this car comes with a 4-year